What is seller financing? It could very well be the one creative investing strategy for you to take unfair advantage of the extraordinary amount of opportunity that is emerging in the market right now. You ready for it? Let's go. So by the time we're done, you'll know what seller financing is and where the ideal place is to go look for it so you can build your passive income real estate portfolio without needing a good credit score or a bank. And at the end, I'll even give you my seller finance contract that I and my students use to pull these seller finance deals off. As a real estate investor, it is crucial to keep all of your options open when selling or buying a new property. We discuss every week here numerous non-conventional and creative financing strategies that can offer unique benefits, no matter what side of the deal that you're on. Among these strategies is seller financing. It's a process that essentially eliminates the middleman and allows buyers and sellers to negotiate more directly on the financing of a sale. It works like this. When you own a property that you want to sell, you have a few options in how you can do it. One way is you could accept cash. Your house is worth $200,000, we'll say. The buyer has $200,000 in cash, done deal. Another way is the buyer can go to the bank, get a loan, and the bank gives you the $200,000 on behalf of the buyer. And now the buyer makes payments to the bank. And another way, what we're talking about here right now, is you can sell your property by taking payments directly from the buyer over time. And that's what seller financing is. And just like the first two ways, the buyer takes ownership, their name is going to appear on title, it's theirs, and they make their monthly payments to you, just as they would a bank. Typically, you would ask for a down payment, but it's not required. It's your property. You can sell it however you want. There's no middleman involved, so anything goes. As long as the buyer agrees, you can structure this however you want. It's popular for investors to sell this way because by being the lender on their property as opposed to the owner, they can create cash flow without the headaches of dealing with tenants. And right there lies a little clue as to where a massive amount of opportunity is starting to emerge in the marketplace. And I'll tell you how to find it in your area in just a minute. Further, sellers that are willing to sell with seller financing are offering a huge convenience to the buyer because they don't have to deal with a bank. And maybe for whatever reason, the buyer can't get bank funding. And in exchange for that convenience, the seller can charge a premium for their property. It's not uncommon to be able to sell above your property's market value when offering seller financing because lots of buyers want it. They'll compete for it and they'll pay for it. That's how it works on the seller side. Let's look at how it works on the buyer side. And real quick, before we do, if you like the idea of making money in real estate using creative strategies like this, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you take your real estate investing seriously, subscribe to the channel and click that little bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. Now, on the buyer side, it's essentially the same, but this time you're the one making the down payment, taking ownership of the property, and making your monthly payments to the seller. The huge advantage of this strategy is that you can negotiate stuff that most banks wouldn't dream of entertaining, such as zero down, lower than market interest rates, performance-based payoffs, payment moratoriums, deferred interest. The list of what you can negotiate is practically endless. For example, about 3 months ago, I purchased a property with seller financing, and I was able to negotiate zero down and a zero interest loan and a 6-month moratorium on the first payment while I fixed it up, getting it ready for my tenant. I finished the rehab early, it's already done. My tenant is in place and I still haven't had to make a payment yet. You see, you're limited only by your own creativity. And you want to start getting comfortable with this way of thinking because there's a ginormous opportunity on the horizon with creative investing strategies like this. You see, as the baby boomer investors age, they're looking to retire and want nothing to do with managing their real estate assets anymore. But they don't want to give up their passive incomes either. So as a buyer, now armed with this creative investing strategy, you can bring a solution to their dilemma, offering to buy their properties via seller financing. And these sellers, they're pretty easy to find too. And I'm going to show you how to get a list of free and clear homes owned by baby boomers in just a minute. And if you noticed, I just mentioned free and clear homes, homes that have no debt on them, because that's the type of property that seller financing works best for. And what most people don't realize is that almost 1/3 of all the properties in the US are owned free and clear. And anybody can buy real estate with seller financing, but most won't. And there lies your opportunity. All you need is a list of properties owned free and clear. And you can get one in your market for free by going to epicpropstream.com, accept their free 7-day access, and then just download your list. If you like the service, after 7 days, you can pay their very reasonable subscription fee, or if you want to cancel, cancel. Either way, you've got your free list of free and clear properties. To find these properties owned by baby boomers, just adjust your search criteria to a minimum years of ownership of 20. I just did that same search right here in Vegas where I live, and there are 8,343 properties owned, free and clear, by owners who have owned them for 20 years or more. And you'll be able to check your market in the very same way. And then you can download your list and you can just start contacting these owners and making your offers. I contact them with direct mail, with text messaging, and the telephone. Yep, you can get the phone numbers of the owners from Epic PropStream too. And a big time saver that I use, and you might want to use it too, I go to this little website called Fiverr. Type in real estate cold caller in the search bar, and I have them call these owners, screening for motivation. And when they find one, they set an appointment for me to call the owner back. Saves me a ton of time. Now, when you find a seller that will give you seller financing to buy their property, all you need to do is just write it up on a standard real estate purchase agreement, noting the price on the contract, and then in the terms section, list the down payment that you negotiated, the interest rate, and the term of the loan. And of course, anything else that you were able to negotiate. And from here, you could hire an attorney to put the finance contract together for you, but it's not necessary. I just give my title officer the purchase agreement, a copy of my seller finance contract, and then she just puts it all together for me. And if you'd like to dive in and make some quick money in real estate and flip a house in just one day while using my funds to do it, I'll show you how you can pull this off in your market right now at mattsfreetraining.com. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.